Hello, everybody. Good evening and welcome to Japan. This is B.LEAGUE action and the battle between AKITA HAPPINETS and UTSUNOMIYA BREX. Well, these fans coming into the CNA Arena tonight looking or hoping that their team is going to beat one of the best teams in Japan, AKITA, just right on the edge of playoff contention and taking on a BREX team that is just above them, both of these in the East District. And as you can see, 28-12 UTSUNOMIYA BREX right now in 4th place. And in 5th place, AKITA at 23-15. They don't want to slip anymore right now. They have lost their last 3 games. AKITA, UTSUNOMIYA BREX have won 3 of their last 5 games. But you can look at the wild card standings and those two teams occupying those spots. So BREX certainly with a stronger grip on the wild card. AKITA right ahead of Mikawa and Shibuya, also Hiroshima also knocking on the door. So again, a lot of work and a lot of pressure, and that will certainly come into play here. So you can see here with AKITA HAPPINETS and their last couple of games taking on Kawasaki. And Kawasaki Brave Thunders just came out. Some good play from AKITA in phases. But they suffered 2 defeats on the bounce, and Kawasaki coming back in the 4th quarter and getting the big win. You see Pablo Aguilar shaking hands. And here was UTSUNOMIYA BREX, and they split their 2 weekend encounters against Hokkaido. It's tough to beat this team twice in a row. And there is Yuta Tabuse still showing that he's got it. One of Japan's most famous ever players. And also drilling that shot was Yusuke Endo. And an important win for them. You never like to lose consecutive games. And this was the first meeting between these two teams back on December 15th. You can see that BREX won at home 87-72 over AKITA. So AKITA looking not only to get back on the winning track here at home tonight, but hoping to do so and also get a little bit of revenge or to avenge that earlier setback. So again, for AKITA HAPPINETS lining up, and they have got a good lineup. Wang, Weijia Sota Aura, Shigehiro Taguchi, Jordan Glenn, Alex Davis, Hayato Kawashimi, Takashi Ito, Takuya Nakayama, number 17, all the way down to Kadim Kole, Colton Iverson, Takatoshi Furukawa, all playing for Coach Kenzo Maeda. And you want to keep an eye on number 12 for this AKITA team, Hayato Kawashima, excuse me, their shooting guard. You see his numbers, and perhaps a key figure coming into this game. For UTSUNOMIYA BREX, kind of a who's who list of players: Yuta Tabuse, Brandon Jawato, the Indonesian international; Makoto Hiyajima, Japan international; Kai Taves, Yusuke Endo, Kazuki Takeuchi, Hirohide Uraya, Hironori Watanabe, Seiji Ikaruga, Chase Feeler, Josh Scott, Kitagawa, Isaac Fotu, and again, they're coached by Coach Anzai, but also Anzai, former BREX player, and we're focusing right here on Watanabe, who is one of their main men, and we think that he's going to be crucial in this battle today against AKITA. And the referees lining up. Of course, they mean all business today. Take a bow to the crowd. So again, for AKITA, as we look at their roster today, they're going to have here in their starting five, it'll be Glenn, Nakayama, Hasegawa, Colton Iverson, and Furukawa. They're going to be introduced, both teams here, also with UTSUNOMIYA BREX. We'll start off with them. And Makoto Hiyajima leads the way out. Kai Taves wears number 7. Also, they've got number 9, Yusuke Endo. Josh Scott, number 40, and Isaac Fotu, who is a New Zealand international, New Zealand tall black. And Ryuzo Anzai, the coach, sitting back and hoping that he's going to watch his team win for the second time in a row, and also the second time in a row against this AKITA team, although it's been a while since they last faced off. That was back in December, mid-December. So for AKITA, the show is about to begin. In fact, it has, as you look at Glenn. So Jordan Glenn comes out. Nakayama, Hasegawa, Colton Iverson, and Furukawa, number 51, who also has played a lot of big games for Japan in his day. But anybody that follows the B.LEAGUE knows that these coaches, they go deep to their rosters. So, and again, the coach, Kenzo Maeda, all smiles, and I'm guessing that'll be comforting to his players as they get ready to host a very talented, very strong, very physical UTSUNOMIYA BREX team. So Iverson, Glenn, Furukawa, kind of settle the nerves, especially on the back of 3 straight defeats. But then for BREX, they're playing away from home, and they also want to get off on the right foot. See Furukawa and Endo exchanging pleasantries, and we're about to begin. Well, we are underway here. The battle between AKITA HAPPINETS and UTSUNOMIYA BREX. AKITA not winning the opening tip, but BREX and his Fotu and Co. in the white, attacking the basket to the right. And Jordan Glenn takes the ball away from Fotu. So good start here for AKITA. I always like to see something good happen defensively. And here's Iverson just inside the stripe. And Fotu goes up, and they scrap away, and Hiyajima comes up with the basketball. And again, another steal. Very opportunistic AKITA team. And they restarted the shot clock. So they said they did have possession. Now Endo. Scott hands it off. Hiyajima drives in and does not fall, but Fotu gets the rebound, and Glenn is whistled for the foul. So Fotu steps up to the line and gets the first one to go. You can see with his social media, Isaac Fotu really enjoying his first season in Japanese basketball. He's played all over in Europe. And this is the second. He's played in Spain, played in Germany, Italy. Played some college basketball in America, Hawaii. Here's Iverson. Played primarily in Spain before coming to Japan. And going off on 1 foot. And taking the lead with that basket from Nakayama. So AKITA with the early advantage. Fotu battling for position with Glenn. Glenn not wanting Fotu to get near the lane. There's Endo and strokes it from three-point range. Corner three. Here's Glenn. Guarded by Scott. Furukawa. Sweet pass to Nakayama, then Colton Iverson keeps it alive and puts it up and in. Colton Iverson. He is a very big man, Colton Iverson. And now Iverson showing he's got some deep. Boy, that defense has been terrific for AKITA. The bounce pass, Nakayama is denied by Josh Scott, and the ball goes off of Nakayama, so an opportunity spurned by AKITA. Knotted at 4 here early in this East District game. A battle between two teams currently occupying the wild card spots for the playoffs. Here's Scott. That's his first attempt. And flying in for the rebound was AKITA. And going up and scoring. Boy, what a sweet release that was from Hasegawa. Hiyajima again goes to work. The Japan International back to Fotu. Taves pulls up and gets it to drop. Nice patience for BREX. Now Furukawa beats the double team. Glenn. Shot clock winding down. It's online, and it's good from Jordan Glenn. Here's Scott. Spins. Good patience. Oh, boy, a little bit of a push-off from Endo on Furukawa. No foul was called. Fotu with the rebound, goes up with a little jump hook. And now the turnover. Fotu hands it off to Kai Taves. Endo. Bounce pass and one pass too many, but the hustle of Fotu. He knocks it back outside to Hiyajima. And Hijima just kind of waltzes into the lane. Nobody picks him up, so he takes it all the way. The bigs of BREX, not as influential as perhaps normally they are early. So that front line is doing a good job here for the home team. And Furukawa fouled by Indo. That might have been, I don't think it was a makeup call, but seems like maybe he got away with a charge at the other end. And not much contact at all there on Indo, or from Indo. So Nakayama goes out, and coming in, number 24, Ryuto Yasuoka for his place, number 24. Furukawa, meanwhile, gets the first to drop. Now 34 years of age, you can see. Comes in at 1.80 meters in height. Takes the time, and that is a good shooter right there. He's got his routine. He bends those knees. He takes the ball pretty much down to the floor. You don't often see that. But if it works, that's what you go with. There's Kai Taves. Bounce pass down to Fotu. Back to Taves. And Josh Scott knocks it away into the hands of Indo. Yajima backing his way up and going straight at Yasuoka. Alex Davis makes his entry to the game for Akita. Big power forward, center. Well, really a power forward. And Hijima knocks the game at 11. 5.5 minutes into this contest. One that is really, really important considering these two teams occupying the wild card spots and some other teams breathing down their necks. And speaking of Akita, primarily in that respect. Hasegawa going up against Taves, gets the opening, and it's a little bit long. Not a bad looking shot from the left-hander. Kai Taves back to Scott. He gets in, goes up with a left hand. Slow start for Scott, but there to follow Chase Feeler, who's checked into the game. Well, Josh Scott looks a little tired today. He is such a warrior for this BREX team. And now the steal. Kai Taves been very active, but he didn't control that. He'll be frustrated that he didn't come up with the steal or didn't maintain possession. Furukawa comes out. So we got some substitutions here. Also, Hayato Kawashima comes into the game. And Hironori Watanabe, who we highlighted before the game, he has come in as well. Scott rebounds the miss. Quick pass over to Kitagawa, also in the game, number 31. Kabuse in the game, or no, excuse me, Watanabe. And there's the quickly the other end, the counterattack, and Chase Feeler gets his hands up on defense. And finally, Scott goes up. And let's see if that gets him in the flow. Great defense. Chase Feeler making a nice impact on the game since he's come in. So AKITA calling timeout. (16-11), BREX on top now. 6 unanswered points, and AKITA looking to nip that run in the bud. So Coach Maeda going over a few tactics with his team. Well, you want to be playing your best basketball, if not now, very soon, as you head towards the postseason. Now, you can understand, a lot of this season, a lot of disruption still because of COVID. But there has to be a point where you're finding your rhythm, your chemistry, and the violation, 8-second violation, not getting the basketball over mid-court in time, turns it over. So a little sloppy, especially coming out of the timeout. So Sota Ora raises his hand to say, that was my mistake. And the pass by Araya goes out of bounds. Hirohito Araya. Coming back into the game, Nakayama. And also entering is Taguchi, as Maeda looks for a little bit of a change here, a little bit of a spark. So Kawashima takes the inbounds pass, and they do get it over in time. So AKITA, a lot of turnovers in this game here early on in this first quarter, and Fotu comes up and bumps Kawashima. Colton Iverson comes back into the game. He will need to play as many minutes as he can to really negate any type of advantage this BREX team has on the interior with Fotu and with Scott. Kawashima goes in, puts it up, misses badly. I don't know if that was a shot or if he thought Davis might be going up for the putback. Fotu going to work on Iverson, turns, and his attempt was pretty good, but it stayed out. Now here in the open floor, Davis, and he's fouled. Watanabe. And they have called the unsportsmanlike. Hence the reaction, but I think that's a good play. Well, I thought they called the unsportsmanlike. No, they just called the shooting foul. That's what his reaction was for. Didn't really look like he was playing the ball, to be honest. Davis makes both free throws. And very tough pass by Chase Feeler trying to get it up to Watanabe. Turns it over. Here's Iverson handing it off. Davis goes down the baseline, throws it down. But I think they have called a turnover. He must have stepped out of bounds. So that was an unfortunate mistake for the home team. Oh, this time the turnover. Kitagawa. So both teams turning it over back and forth. Very low scoring first quarter between these two teams. Remember, the first meeting was won by 15 points by BREX. So AKITA attacking the basket. Here goes Davis, and this time gets it up quickly and fouled from behind by Feeler. What a great play by Davis, anticipating the block attempt. Watch this. He gets the shot up quickly, and he kind of contorts his body to make sure he gets the contact, and he shields Feeler from the basketball. So Davis, long with the free throw. Kitagawa, and the rebound for AKITA. They can take the lead. And getting swatted. What a great play. Great block by Feeler to block Kawashima. There's Takeuchi, another Japan international, checking into the game. Kosuke Takeuchi. So, more size on the court right now for the visitors, but perhaps more speed for AKITA, and they turn the basketball over. Hasegawa turns it over. I think he moved his feet. Here's Feeler. Davis staying on him. Oh. And Feeler patiently puts it up and in. I thought he might have traveled. Here he is after the steal, and Feeler has really come out and made an impact today. That was a great play by Araya to come up with the steal. Very sloppy play from AKITA, and a very punishing blow here late in the first quarter. You never want to give away cheap points. And the three-pointer, though, gets some of the good feel back for AKITA. Watanabe. Game clock down to 5, 4, 3, 2. Watanabe has to launch it. It's going to be Fotu. Did he get it off in time? It doesn't matter. It doesn't drop. Well, at the end of one quarter, lots of turnovers. UTSUNOMIYA BREX lead at 20-18 at AKITA. HAPPINETS. Well, 20-18, BREX on top of AKITA and leading the way. Well, it's a case of a strong dose of Chase Feeler coming off the bench. He's got 6 points. Also has a couple of rebounds. Has a steal and a block. 4 points for Hijima. 3 for Endo and Fotu. Also, Josh Scott has a dunk. And Kai Taves has a jump shot for BREX. 4 points from Davis leads the way for the home team, AKITA HAPPINETS. And Jordan Glenn has 3 points along with Kawashima. Just a pretty good balanced scoring attack here from AKITA. But we talk about the turnovers. They've turned it over 7 times, AKITA, and that is disaster. Spells disaster for them. They cannot afford to turn it over that cheaply, that much. 6 turnovers, in fact, for this BREX team. So it's pretty sloppy first quarter. So AKITA starting with the possession, almost losing it, out of bounds, but saving it. And there is Davis, who continues to pour it on for this AKITA team. That was a good job by Hasegawa to save it. And now a little bit of full court pressure. Araya able to get it to Fotu just in the nick of time. There's Watanabe. Araya, and the turnover, and it's a 3-on-2, 4-on-2 break, in fact. They need to get points here. They're going to pass it out to Glenn, and he elects to pull it back out to set the offense. Glenn picks and rolls, and driving in, and great play by Takeuchi to deny Kawashima. I think he needed to get rid of the basketball. Oh, solid player, Takeuchi. Feeler. His pass knocked away, but BREX get it back. Endo, who's back in the game, looks for space. He gets it to Fotu, who turns, puts it up, misses. Alex Davis doing a great job now on defense as well. Rebounds the miss, gets it out to Glenn, who pulls up just outside the arc. Guarded by Feeler. And holds on to it too long. Got to get rid of the basketball. Couldn't find anybody. Sometimes you got to go to the game, go to the basketball. And Kai Taves comes back in. Feeler has really looked lively today. If he hasn't been successful on all of his plays, he has certainly been good value for money, though. Josh Scott checking back into the game. Feeler remains in there. So Scott comes in for Fotu. Here's Feeler again. And this time fouled by Taguchi. So Shigehiro Taguchi with the reach. $20 apiece here at AKITA HAPPINETS between themselves and UTSUNOMIYA BREX. Scott with the double dribble. So he must have had control after he caught the ball and he dropped it and then dribbled again. He just has looked a little slow of foot today, Josh Scott, like he is tired. Kawashima passes it back outside. And now the nice handoff to Note. Davis couldn't control it. Kai Taves. Takeuchi, he misses. They stay with it. Glenn rebounds and runs. And then he has it taken away by Yuta Tubuse, who has checked into the game. Furukawa now comes back. And checking out is Kawashima. Well, it doesn't feel like Akita have really been that smooth today, yet here they are, knotted at 20. Their defense has been a little bit livelier here, and that's keeping them in the game. Also, BREX defensively have been a little bit better, and this time they leave Glenn open from the arc. Glenn able to knock him back out. Well, that patented little 1-foot runner from Hasegawa puts Akita on top, and BREX have decided to call timeout. So Coach Anzai wants to have a few words with his troops. Well, it's been really important for Akita today, the bench. They've got 9 points coming from the bench compared to 6 for BREX. Both teams with 12 points in the paint. Neither team has really been able to get out and run, although 4 fast break points have been scored by BREX, just 2 for Akita. Scott trying to pick up the pace a little bit. Hands it off. Endo. Tabuse running the baseline. Endo backing his way up. Now a little turnaround. Boy, that was a very difficult shot, and then Davis cannot control the rebound. That is what puts gray hairs on the head of the coach when there's only your team under the basket for the rebound and you don't come down with the basketball. Great deny defense, however, knocking it away. So that was Furukawa. And now, boy, it looked like a little bit of contact, and it wasn't called. So Taguchi, I think quite rightly, quizzing. Either the ball was blocked or I was fouled. It's got to be one of the two, because he could definitely see the contact on the release. See if BREX can get the basketball down low to Scott. Alex Davis not giving much away against Scott. Now Scott does have it, and he backs his way down. Davis knocks it away. Scott again gets kind of pushed back. And great D from Alex Davis on Josh Scott. Never easy to play against Scott. Takayama almost lost the basketball. He's got it back. And he gets it down low. What an alley-oop pass to Alex Davis. Terrific pass from Nakayama. Feeler in the right corner. He can shoot the three if they get it to him. Kai Taves tries to get it down low to Scott again, who is battling for position. And really, I think Taves' pass was just off the mark. Coming back in, Yasuoka. As Maeda wants to keep his guys fresh on defense. Nakayama gets it over to Glenn. Has just 3 points today, Glenn. Long way to go, however. Here he is. Steps back and goes down. Davis kept it alive. Couldn't bring it down. Taves, open floor. He's going to take it all the way. Oh, what a finish from Kai Taves. Looked like he had gotten too deep and wasn't going to have a good shot. With Nakayama blocking his path, but he was able to put it up. Coach Anzai bringing Scott out. So Colton Iverson back in for Akita. And it's Akita with the 2-point lead. So it's Glenn, Davis, Nakayama, Yasuoka, and Furukawa in the game right now. And Iverson, what a pass. And Kai Taves with a push from behind. So another timeout. 4:45 remaining. And just 2 points in it. Akita leading UTSUNOMIYA BREX 24-22. Remember, these two teams in the wild card positions. Both of them in the East District. UTSUNOMIYA BREX are in 4th place. They're 28-12, and Akita HAPPINETS are 23-15. And if they keep making plays like that, they will be getting their 24th win. This was a great play, great finish by Davis, and a great pass by Nakayama. So Davis has 8 points. And one area that's really helped BREX today, 8 points they have scored off of the Akita turnovers. And 6 fast break points. Just 2 points scored off turnovers for the HAPPINETS. This was Taves in the open floor and able to finish that one off. He's been lively today. He's done a good job, Kai Taves. Got a lot of minutes, played more than 10 minutes. He's got 4 points. He has turned it over a couple of times, but he also has a couple of steals. And offensive foul. So BREX with a chance to take the lead if they could hit a 3. Fotu back in the game. Feeler also back. Also Kitagawa back in the game. And the shot from Taves. He has looked the part today for this UTSUNOMIYA BREX team. Iverson hands it off. Into the corner it goes. Glenn, air ball. Here comes Taves again. Sort of an X factor today, the way that he's played. Feeler drives in and gets it to drop. Colton Iverson tried to knock it off the rim. So BREX go back in front. 3.5 minutes remaining in the first half. Nice cut. Nowhere to go. Feeler reaches in, takes it away. Feeler and Taves. And look at Taves once again. How good has he been today? He's got 8 points. And the bump. And the foul on Kitagawa. Taves came into this game averaging 5.4 points per game. And he is well on top of that. So Taves with 8 points. And just looking at Feeler as well, he averages 8 points per game. Excuse me, he averages 9.2 points per game. He's already got 8. Furukawa missing. And Fotu hands it off to Taves. Kai Taves looking, probing, steps back, puts it up from the arc. Well, if that had gone, boy, that would have underlined how well he's played today. BREX up by 4. And careless, good hustle after turning it over, or potentially turning it over. Nakayama was able to get it back into the corner, and offensive foul. Kawashima. 2:23 remaining. Picks up the personal. So AKITA had the momentum, but BREX have come back. Good defense. Shot clock winding down to 6-5. Oh, good hesitation, and putting it up and in was Hyejima. Nakayama from the corner. And again, Kai Taves goes, steps back, dangerous pass. Minute and a half to go, first half. Here's Hyejima again, looking around. Scott, who's back in the game. Not enough movement. Kai Taves comes up to receive the basketball, puts it up from downtown. Good! Boy, he is on fire today. Kai Taves. He's getting some skin as he heads back over to the bench. 11 points for Kai Taves. And this is his latest contribution. High arcing shot from the three-point line. About a meter behind the three-point line. So probably the player of the game right now, Kai Taves. (33-24). Coach Maeda's AKITA HAPPINETS not so happy right now. They are losing the initiative here late in the second quarter. Remember, they've lost 3 consecutive games. BREX have won 3 of their last 5. They haven't been in the best of form. Coach Anzai hoping his team can continue the momentum. They'd like to get on top of this AKITA team. You know, you're away from home, and what a lift that man right there has given this BREX team today. 11 points, 5 of 7 shooting. He's 1 of 3 from deep. That was his first make from long range. And I think when you're drawing up how to attack this team, you don't think about Kai Taves. Great answer coming right out of the timeout. Davis. So another timeout. So 58.8 seconds remaining, 33-26, 4th place in the East District. UTSUNOMIYA BREX on top of 5th placed AKITA. Both teams occupying the 2 wildcard spots. AKITA in a little bit more perilous situation with 23 wins and 15 defeats and a whole host of teams chasing them. So to be losing right now by 7 points, not good, but they did at least look pretty good coming out of that last time out to get an easy bucket. So this game's still a lot to be had. A lot of good basketball. Glenn has not been at his best, that's for sure. He has struggled today, just 3 points, 1 of 5 from the floor. He's turned it over a couple of times. Davis, that last basket has given him 10 points. He's leading all scorers for the AKITA Northern HAPPINETS. Usually you talk about Scott and Fotu really going to work down low and Endo out on the perimeter, but today a lot of it has been Kai Taves. Hijima has also played well in his limited minutes. The defense almost putting him off by Nakayama, but there's Hijima. He just stuck with it. He was able to put it on. He's complaining to the ref saying, hey, I got hacked. Now Nakayama guarded by Hijima. And Nakayama has to be careful he doesn't push off too much. About a 6.5 differential in the game clock and the shot clock. Nakayama goes in and misses with the left hand. Josh Scott is tied up down there on the floor. Looks like he might have injured his left ankle. He walks gingerly over to the bench, so he is going to come out. Chase Feeler comes into the game. Josh Scott was already looking a little banged up today, a little bit tired. Just wonder if we might not see him again. Final seconds ticking off the clock. Here goes Feeler and draws the foul as he gets to the basket. So another chance to pad their lead, which is right now 9 points. UTSUNOMIYA BREX here at the Northern HAPPINETS. Taylor's been good today. And he does get the first one to drop. And Fielder goes to 10 points, and the lead goes to 11, just 0.8 seconds. And they do get it off in time, but nowhere close. So Kai Taves leading the way with Chase Fielder today for this UTSUNOMIYA BREX team. They have a strong finish to the second quarter, and they lead it 37-26 over the AKITA Northern HAPPINETS. Well, today, the battle between UTSUNOMIYA BREX, the visitors, and the hosts, the AKITA, Northern HAPPINETS. Both these teams trading blows. Battle of two teams occupying wildcard positions. And BREX, winners of 3 of their last 5 games, came out, took an early lead, but AKITA reacted. And they were able to take the lead. These are the only 3 points, though, scored by Jordan Glenn today. They need more from him in the second half. Great hustle there by Fotu, getting it to Hiyajima, who has done a pretty good job today for BREX. He's got 8 points, and the turnovers back and forth they went. Both teams are having a hard time keeping hold of it. And Josh Scott getting in and dunking away his 2 only points today. But he has not looked like he's been at his best today. This man, however, has been very good. Alex Davis coming off the bench and scoring 10 points. And we also saw that jump shot from Kawashima. Davis again, this time catching it down low. Pass over Takeuchi and going up for the two-handed rim rocker. And this was the alley-oop pass to Alex Davis. Good job by Nakayama, because he made eye contact with Alex Davis. But Kai Taves has been on a mission today. He has been like a player possessed in that first half, scoring 11 points, and he's been doing it in transition with pull-up jump shots. And he's also had a three-pointer. Here he is with his 3 as the shot clock was winding down. High arcing shot. And that pretty much put an exclamation mark on his first half performance. And his performance, Hiyajima, as well as Feeler, they have been the 3 main men today for UTSUNOMIYA BREX, who are shooting 59.1% inside the arc. 13 of 22 they have made. Each team 2 of 7 from three-point range. 8 of 18 inside the arc for AKITA. And the free throw line, both teams have done a good job there. 5 of 6 for BREX, 4 of 5 for AKITA. And from a rebounding standpoint, you can see the 14 rebounds for AKITA. Excuse me, the 13 rebounds for AKITA and the 16 for BREX. 5 of those coming on the offensive glass. $14 turnovers was the big number that you saw as well. The turnovers were really plaguing this AKITA Northern HAPPINETS team. Just 10 turnovers for BREX. Still too high, you would think. But the leading scores and also for both teams. And then you have the leading scores and the leading rebounders and the leading assist men. So 3 rebounds for Fotu, 3 rebounds for Glenn. So Glenn coming out here for the second half, hoping to give a better version of himself. And his team trailing by 11 points to UTSUNOMIYA BREX. Kai Taves over there chirping away as well at midcourt. He's going to start the second half. Well, he's got the hot hand. Why not? Stick with him. There's lots of activity early. Hasegawa has it. They got the mismatch. Is he going to try to go past the Fotu? Nope. His pass intercepted. They were trying to get a good shot, and he turned it right over, giving it to Scott. Fotu outside to Taves. Feet set and well off, and then nobody boxes out Josh Scott. So a turnover followed by some very poor defense and rebounding, and AKITA have an even bigger hole to climb out of now. 13-point deficit. Hiyajima reaches in and commits the foul. Kind of pushing off on his Japan national team teammate, Furukawa. Hasegawa. And that's his patented shot. He goes up and scores. Little runner. Goes off 1 foot. Kind of a old school jump shot. See different players do that all over the world. Marcelinho Huertas does it from Brazil. He's famous for it. And the bounce back. And now Fotu shows us what he can do with that shot. Right on cue. Fotu for two. Iverson, his pass tapped. And Glenn goes up. He's surrounded. Nowhere really to go. And BREX doing a good job defensively. Hiyajima steps back. It's online. It's good. UTSUNOMIYA BREX have got the wind in their sails, folks. They are up 44-28 here at AKITA. The Northern Happiness, anything but happy right now. Hasegawa, the second time he has made that shot in this quarter. They've got to tighten up on defense. The 25-year-old doing a good job offensively, but they're giving away too many easy ones at this end. Fotu looking to make the pass, hands it off to Hiyajima. And Fotu able to chase it down. Hiyajima has it, shot clock about to expire, and I don't know that he got it off in time. Okay, they say he did. Glenn shares it to Hasegawa into the corner. And the three-pointer is good from Nakayama. And exactly what they need. They need a nice little run here to chip away at this deficit. It was not looking promising, but here they are now reeling them off. 5 consecutive points. Endo, bounce pass, Fotu. He gets it to Kai Taves. Kai Taves handoff, and the ball batted away. Taves gets it back before the shot clock it goes off. And rebound and run, Glenn, and elects to hold up. Now driving into the corner, Nakayama to Furukawa. That's his shot, but it's off the front of the ring. Taves again, open floor. Game has a nice flow to it. Fotu with a little jump hook, and it drops. Isaac Fotu, number 42, for 2. Glenn from downtown. Domo arigato, says the home fans, who pulls his team back to within 10. Endo to Scott. Here goes Endo back to Scott. And Scott, wow. Shooter's roll there. The veteran, number 40. Nice handoff. Back outside. Glenn steps back, and that's another one. And all of a sudden, Glenn is providing a better version of himself as he pulls his team to within 9 points. The three-point shot could get you back into a game real quickly. But they've got to knuckle down on defense. Here goes Hiyajima. Gets in, and Nakayama not able to, or doesn't prevent Hiyajima from getting to the basket. So Taves is going to take a seat. Coach Rusu Anzai gives him a low 5. And coming in is Kitagawa. He's going to inbound the basketball. Watanabe also in, number 13. Chase Feeler checks in for Fotu. Watanabe guarding the basketball. And driving in and missing was Sota Ura, who's checked in, number 3. Scott barrels his way in. Boy, that is just a tough drive from Scott. That's why he's one of the best in the league right there, folks. He, even on an off day, he is awfully difficult to stop. Furukawa catches it, and he is bumped. It is frustrating, difficult playing against BREX, who have such a variety in their attack. Hard to shut them all down at the same time. Taguchi comes back into the game, number 5. He'll be guarded by Kitagawa. He is catching the inbounds pass. Now putting up Furukawa. And Furukawa can't get the drop, but great work. Alex Davis, who's come back in, and the ball will stay at this end. Here's Glenn, looking for some space. They don't want to give him any space. And boy, what a beautiful finish that time by Furukawa, putting the ball high off the backboard. Glenn trying to disrupt Feeler. Endo throws over the shoulder pass into the hands of Glenn, who breaks the other way. He's going to take it down, and he is fouled by Feeler. Watch him as he raises the ball here. Oh, boy, it looked like he caught him with his left elbow on the replay. It can be a physical game at times, and Chase Feeler knows that only too well after getting that shot. And also called for the foul, so Glenn, who knows how to win, he makes the first. "13 minutes and 51 seconds left in this game, and Glenn has heated up just like they needed him to. And Akita going for the steal. This is where they've really got to improve. They've got to be able to get the ball back. Watanabe over to Feeler. He's got Glenn on him. It's going to be a case of what comes around goes around, and Feeler just cool as you like with turnaround jump shot in the lane. Davis. Oh, beautiful play. Furukawa, and Furukawa, instead of shooting, it was trying to get it to Taguchi. It was knocked out of bounds. Players head over to the bench. No better from Akita, but Utsunomiya is still leading at 54-43. So Coach Maeda, what might he tell his team now? This was Glenn, who has gone up to 9 points. Now he's got 11 points, in fact. So he had 2 points at halftime. Or 3, excuse me. So he's got 8 in this quarter. And Glenn, 3 of 5 from three-point range. Jordan Glenn coming in, averaging 18 points, 6.7 rebounds, 2.9 assists. This was Hijima, meanwhile, stroking that three-pointer. And speaking of the Japan international, Hijima, he's got 13 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist. So he's above his average. Also came in averaging 11.5 points per game. See Furukawa. Furukawa has 4 points. He came in averaging 11.3. So he's a player that really needs to pick it up as well as Glenn. Taguchi, meanwhile, comes out and strokes a 3, and it's back to an 8-point game. Watanabe. Kitagawa into the corner to Feeler. He can shoot that shot, and he does. Chase Feeler's been excellent today. He's got 6 points now in the second. No, 5 points, excuse me. He had the turnaround jumper. And now he's got the corner 3, and the lead goes back to 11. Well, stroking it. Beautiful shot. Beautiful shot by Ura. Sota Ura. Ura coming off the bench. Takeuchi got the mismatch on Taguchi. Fotu trying to knock it away. Glenn not able to save it before it went out of bounds. The crowd appreciates the hustle. So he's going to get a break. And we're going to see some substitutions. So Yasuoka comes into the game. Colton Iverson comes into the game. Also, Hasegawa. Feeler gets it to Takeuchi, who hands it off to Fotu. And Iverson for the big rebound. His team down by 9. Well, Glenn's their primary three-pointer threat. He's out of the game. And good defense. I think that was Feeler that reached in and took it away. Wow, look at him go. Fotu with the rebound. Brings it back out. Feeler sets the pick. He stays outside. He puts it up, and that, almost 2 in a row. Rattled out. He's got the rebound. Feeler again feels the mismatch. Passes to Watanabe, wide open. And Davis corrals the rebound. Another opportunity to pull within 7 or even 6. Behind the back pass to Davis. I don't think he was ready. Good hustle, though. Getting on the floor, getting on the court for the basketball was Yasuoka. So the pass was intended for Alex Davis. And Yasuoka tied up with Kitagawa. Oh no, the foul was called, excuse me, on Kitagawa. So an opportunity at the line for the Northern Happinets. Hijima back in the game. Josh Scott back in. Kai Taves back in. Good job of Yasuoka getting on the court for the basketball. The 26-year-old makes the first free throw. And AKITA hanging around. And the foul call, that's a good call. Yasuoka had a full handful of Hiyajima's jersey. Haven't been this close in a while, Akita. They need a stop. And they do get it. Fortunately for them, Feeler missed the layup. Taguchi. And the rebound. So the offensive rebound gives them another chance. Yasuoka just skims the net after taking the pass from Kawashima. They gamble. They don't get it. Hiyajima open off the back of the cup. And Alex Davis rebounds it. And Akita should be able to hold it for one shot. Shot clock down to 8. Oh, the pass to Davis. Oh, Davis missed the layup. And they've left just enough time for Taves to put up a shot. Oh, he almost made a 3. So Davis appealing to the referee for a ref, but it looked to me like he just missed the shot. I'd have to see a replay. But 3 quarters are in the books, and UTSUNOMIYA BREX lead it 57-50 here at AKITA Northern Happiness. See, the sketching, boy, that's some good work there. Whoever did that. Well, AKITA Northern Happiness has stayed in the game with their three-point shooting. 6 of 15 now from the arc. 4-15. That was a few big threes made by Glenn. So far, Colton Iverson has just 2 points. He has not really been a weapon that they've gone to down low. Davis has 10 points. All of those scored in the first half. Furukawa, remember, he's got 4 points, and they need to get a little bit more offense from him. Stands to reason. Hasegawa has been productive. He's got 8 points. Only came in averaging 5.7. Iverson came in averaging 9.4, so he's got 2 points. He's well off the pace. And Nakayama right on his average, averaging 5.3. He's got 5. There's Iverson. Iverson has only taken a couple of shots today, and the ball goes out of bounds, so another opportunity. Another opportunity for Akita, and a couple of mistakes here from Feeler. He had played very well. It goes down, smiles at Davis and says, "You got one over on me there, pal." Oh, nice drive to Luke to Iverson. I'm not sure if that was a shot or a pass, but Iverson didn't appear to be ready. Both teams in the wild card spots. East District battle, and Kai Taves getting back on the score sheet again. He's got 13 points. Kawashima Will it go to Yasuoka in the right? No, he's going to pull up at the elbow and hit the jump shot. Doesn't seem to be one particular player, perhaps, other than Glenn, but good defense. Getting the steal was Kawashima. And now driving in and scoring is Taguchi. And just like that, the lead is 5. And timeout has been called by BREX. So nice little run. They're right back in it now. It's all about stops and points. You got to credit for that Kawashima for getting back and intercepting the pass. And then that was a very good finish with his left hand, Taguchi. So that's his first 2 points of the game. He came in averaging 7.5. So maybe that'll get him going as well. Alex Davis, 10 points today, 4-5 from the floor. Alex Davis pretty much on his average. He averages 9.6 points, 6.8 rebounds. He hasn't rebounded the basketball as well today as he usually does. He only has 1 rebound. And Kai Taves has been arguably the most important player today. The way he set the tone, made some big plays in that first half. We also just saw him score. Yusuke Endo has been pretty quiet. Just 3 points today. And great defense again. Oh boy, they should have had that. Fotu picks it up. And Endo has it down on the baseline. Gets it to Fotu, who goes up with a pump fake, and he's fouled while making the basket. And 1 for the New Zealand Tall Black. Colton Iverson left his feet. So Iverson's going out, and Glenn is coming back in. And really might have, I don't think he has a choice really, because Iverson isn't really proving to be much of a threat on offense today. He is passing, trying to make the right plays, but Glenn is clearly a player that is far more dangerous on the offensive end. Fotu misses with the free throw, so remains a 7-point lead. Now, let's see how long it takes to get Glenn involved. He's going to get up. He's going to pass it back to Taguchi, who drives in. Other corner, and good job, Taguchi. He's not scoring much today, but he's doing a lot of other things to help his team. No-look pass. And the drive and the basket is good. Excellent patience. And the finish by Yasuoka. So back to a 5-point game. Big possession here for the BREX Nation. Will they get their 4th win in 6 games today, or will they slip to a 3rd win in 6? Kai Taves over to Endo. Feet behind the arc. And Alex Davis knocks it over. They quickly get it over to Yasuoka. Gets it down. Oh boy, Alex Davis, had he gone straight to the basket, he might have had a slam dunk, but he turned to his left instead of turning to his right. Kawashima over to Yasuoka, who drives in, takes the punishment. Alex Davis, great rebound. Glenn run off the 3-point line, shares it to Davis, and Davis goes up and scores, and he's fouled. Goodness me, what a fight back by Akita. Great finish. To be honest, not bad defense by Josh Scott, but his momentum just carried him into Davis, who now has a chance to pull Akita, Northern Happiness, to within 1 point. He's going to take his time. He had 10 of his 12 points in the first half, and indeed he makes it. So it's a 2-point game And AKITA Northern Happiness, who occupying that last spot in the playoffs right now, the second wild card spot, trying to get a win over the team right above them in the standings, who, you know, BREX also in the wild card positions. And Kai Taves fumbled it. He turns it over into the hands of Davis, who feels his way in. And Taguchi, terrific job by Taguchi. He misses, though. And boy, what an opportunity that goes by the wayside for AKITA. And they get it down low to Scott, and he is fouled by Davis. He's fouled by Davis, and Scott's teammates immediately appeal for an unsportsmanlike, and that's not an unsportsmanlike. His pump fake was so good that he got Davis off his feet. But Davis working so hard, it looked like he was more concerned at the other end about Scott, and he kind of lost his control of the basketball as he went up, and he missed the layup. And then Taguchi was a little bit panicky, and he missed the putback as well. So coming in is for BREX, Kitagawa. Scott misses the first free throw, and he misses the second. Davis able to reach over, and nobody picks it up. The ball goes to Kitagawa. Watanabe again pulls up, and that is a killer for AKITA. Spurning the opportunity to score one in, and then giving away the offensive rebound off the missed free throws. So you've got to be able to get your hands on the basketball. Taguchi misses everything. And since he has come back into the game, Glenn has not attempted a shot. So 2. Back to Watanabe. Under 6 minutes remaining. Could have a thrilling conclusion to this game, folks. Don't go away. Here comes Watanabe. Gets it to the elbow. Fotu, a step behind the stripe. Feeler with the rebound, and looked like he was fouled, and it was a little bit of a late whistle. But you can't complain with the referees because they did make the call. So Nakayama comes back into the game. Hasegawa also number 21 back in. Furukawa back in, number 51. Clock is not the enemy right now. It's just a matter of getting the ball. So I think there might be a scoreboard issue or a shot clock issue. The referee goes over to the table. See Coach Enzai's tough wearing the mask sometimes. Just had to lower it so he could take a couple of breaths. Watanabe short, and Furukawa not able to chase it down. Great hands though by Nakayama. Terrific play. Here comes AKITA at midcourt. Hasegawa has it. He likes that little runner, remember, at the free throw line. Here he goes again. He puts it up, and this time does not make it. You can almost tell that's what he was looking to do. Furukawa, meanwhile, launches it from deep. It's good! Furukawa has closed the gap to just 1 point. It has been an almighty struggle today for AKITA, but here they are trailing by just 1 point against UTSUNOMIYA BREX and the Japan International Furukawa. Brought a little bit of rain with that shot. Look at it. The high arcing shot comes down from the heavens and rips the nets. And it's a 1 point game. And Coach Anzai calls timeout for BREX with 5 minutes remaining. Remember, BREX have led by as many as 16 points. What a huge win this would be for AKITA if they could win on their home court after coming back from 16 points down. They have lost 3 in a row, and they are in desperate need, dire need of a win to boost their prospects and to also send a message to those teams that are trailing them right now in the race for those wild card spots. Well, it kind of feels like Kai Taves is the forgotten man after having such a great first half. He does have 1 basket in the second. And Coach Anzai is going to have him out there along with Feeler. Those 2 guys are doing most of the damage early on. Also, Kitagawa is coming out. Fotu in the game as well. And Hijima. So Hijima, who has 13 points today. Kai Taves has 13 points. 15 points for Chase Feeler, who also has 6 rebounds. Came in averaging 9.2 points per game, Chase Feeler. So he really has been tough today. And he's got the ball now. Hands it off to Kai Taves. It's all about defense. Glenn, they pass it to Fotu, and boy, they have ridden their luck a couple of times as BREX have missed some layups. So AKITA now with a chance to take the lead. This will get the fans going if they see their team move in front. Furukawa drifts in, hands it off. What a play for AKITA Northern Happiness, Nakayama. The 27-year-old puts it up and in, and they are back in front, having trailed by 16. Hijima looks for space, using Fotu as the pick, and then his pass intended for Feeler. What great hustle. Chasing the ball down before it could go out of bounds. Hasegawa. Now Furukawa. They get it to Iverson. They pass it around. Nakayama for 3. Good! The Northern Happiness. They're smiling. Look at them. They're happy again. Ordinarily, this would be the time for Josh Scott to take over, and he's going to try to check into the game. Here's Feeler. Kai Taves gets in. Oh, boy, that was a tough shot. He was trying to get some contact. And now Glenn fouled as he crosses midcourt by Chase Feeler. So that is team foul number 2 on BREX. Fotu goes out. Kitagawa goes out. Endo comes back in along with Josh Scott. Crunch time, folks. 3 minutes, 20 seconds remaining. And Nakayama, who just hit a big 3, gets it to the corner for Furukawa for 3! What a run by this AKITA Northern Happiness team right now. They have stuck to their guns. They have fought through the adversity, and they now lead it by 7 points. And this Nakayama has been tough today. He has been focused. And the same for Furukawa, who's been huge here of late. And still some work to do, leading by 7 points. But it's now AKITA's game to win or lose. They are no longer chasing BREX. They've trailed for most of the game, but they have turned the game around. Great intensity, great resiliency, great determination for the AKITA Northern Happiness today. It hasn't been a pretty game at all for them, but one thing that has never wavered has been their effort. They have continued to battle. So they now have 12 points off the BREX turnovers. BREX, meanwhile, have 18 points off the turnovers, but they have done better. But the big difference, the three-point shooting, the home team, AKITA, now 9 of 20. They've got 5 more three-pointers than the visitors, who have hit 4 of 17. And Josh Scott really hasn't been close to his top form tonight. He has been battling away. He's got 8 points and 7 rebounds. Let's see if he can really pick it up a notch here over the final 3 minutes. Hiyajima and Nakayama commits the foul. Remember that big three-pointer that he hit? He's been great today, Nakayama. Nakayama has 10 points, also 3 assists and a steal. Scott picks him, and Hiyajima. What a finish from Hiyajima! Utterly sensational finish. Hasegawa taking his time. Kai Taves guarding him. Now Furukawa. And Scott switches on to him. Over to Glenn. He thought about launching it. He does launch it. That's going to be short. Well, the only thing you could say there is that AKITA were able to take all the time off the shot clock, but I think it's far too early to be thinking about the clock. Davis now going to come back in as Coach Maeda goes with his gut feel on who he needs to have out there, and he brings Glenn out. So Jordan Glenn goes to the end of the bench. Will probably come back in. Kai Taves, meanwhile, dribbles right. Indo. Hiyajima, oh, terrific defense by Davis, who just subbed back in. Wonderful game of basketball today here. AKITA Northern Happinets on top by 5. They've trailed for most of the game, but they've taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. And Feeler feeling his way through. Maybe he'll prove to be the healer, in fact, for BREX. 150 remaining. Shot clock down to 13. And Hasegawa fouled out on the perimeter by Hiyajima. That's not a good foul. Well, I guess it's good in that it stops the clock. But they've now got a new 14, and any more fouls by BREX, and they're putting this AKITA team on the free throw line. Oh boy, tough pass, and it skipped past Furukawa, then it got past Davis. Oh, disaster strikes. The last thing you want to be doing is turn the ball over. 18 turnovers. They've done a good, they turned it over a lot more. They had 8 turnovers in the opening quarter, but still, you don't want to turn it over right now. Hiyajima drives in. Kai Taves has it. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Kai Taves drifts in. Oh, he loses it. Just fell out of his hands. Slipped out of his hands. Both teams bitten by the turnover bug here late. Furukawa, they are obviously now taking the clock down. Iverson into the corner, open. Nakayama for three. Wow. Thrusting his name into contention for player of the game. Nakayama now hitting some big shots. 2 huge three-pointers made by the 27-year-old. And he goes over again. And that was Davis who came in, and his re-entry has proved to be pretty important. But that man right there has been tough today. Nakayama. Nakayama has been knocking him down. And great spot there by Colton Iverson. And really, you know, Iverson has attempted 2 shots, and really it seems like they're trying to attack this team from the perimeter. And if they end up winning the game, it's going to be a great strategy. This AKITA Northern Happiness team is now 11 of 23 from three-point range. Just 4 of 17 from deep for the visitors. And that 6-point lead with 58 seconds left, you would think gives them a great chance to snap this 3-game losing streak they are currently in the midst of. You want to get out of that as quickly as possible. And meanwhile, really one of the more difficult patches of form for UTSUNOMIYA BREX. And Scott, again, just has looked tired from the very beginning of the game. It's probably disappointing for Feeler and Kai Taves to come out and play so well as they did for such a long stretch in this game, as well as Hijima, and to be trailing by 6 points late. But this BREX team has not had the same energy that we usually see it play with. So Kai Taves is back in. He's going to inbound a basketball. Furukawa has really been a good leader here of late. He comes back out, plays some D. He's got 10 points. So Scott takes the inbounds pass. You don't have to go for a 3, but looks like they might. Shot clock down to 5. Endo, he's going to drive in and take what the defense gives him. Well, I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. You know, you still got time. You got options. You at least need to cut into that deficit, and they do. They cut it to a 4-point deficit, and another timeout has been called. Well, imagine what it must be like to be an AKITA fan today. Your team has come out. You're in that difficult stretch, losing 3 games in a row. Nothing is going well, really, for you in this game. But your team has demonstrated great resolve and battled back. Battled back from a 16-point deficit to take the lead. Now, this thing is far from done and dusted, with BREX cutting the deficit to 4 points on that last drive by Endo. 44.5 seconds remains. And again, the 4-point lead. Now, you have to be able to get the ball across midcourt. And the press is on. And wow. And they do get it over in time. So Endo fouls, or is it Kai Taves? Somebody committed the foul, and that is team foul number 4, so no free throws yet. Glenn comes back in for Davis. Looks like Glenn was waiting for some instructions, looking over at his coach, Maeda. What play are we running? Okay, so the ball inbounded, and Kai Taves comes up with a steal. And Feeler, well, they got the play they needed on defense. Can they now get a basket? Hijima for three. Colton Iverson, how in the world did the basketball go all the way down to the hardwood? Well, BREX will be frustrated by that. They had a chance to get the rebound, and nobody picked it up until Iverson looked over and was able to pick it up himself. Iverson now has 6 rebounds and 4 assists to go with his 2 points. So that does demonstrate how he has contributed. It's not just the scoring, but it's other aspects of the game. So Iverson, very important free throws. He makes the first. And regardless, it's a 2-possession game now. And the second is good as well. Here's Kai Taves. Hijima from downtown. And Davis rebounds it. And AKITA Northern Happinets are going to win this game. And they are going to set off the celebrations. Everybody happy. Look at that. The bench here in the CNA Arena. And AKITA and Coach Maeda, that is a job well done, my friend. Your team wins it 75-69 over UTSUNOMIYA BREX. A battle of the teams in the wild card positions. Huge win for AKITA as they snap a 3-game losing streak. And to do so after trailing by 16 points. So 75-69, AKITA win it over BREX. Missed opportunity for UTSUNOMIYA here on the road. And Nakayama, again, was knocking down those big shots today, playing very composed. It really felt like Hijima, Taves, and Feeler were going to get this team to the finish line today. But that since, you know, that when a team is desperate like AKITA, you have got to play hard. You got to be able to put them away. And they played like a wounded animal today, very desperate, fighting for their lives. And they get a big win. And again, they are breathing a sigh of relief right now. They know that there are a lot of tough games ahead, but you don't want a losing streak to get out of hand, and Nakayama did about as much as anybody today to make sure that didn't happen. He had 13 points, 5 of 9 from the floor. 3 assists as well for Nakayama. So we're going to hear from Coach Maeda and some of the players.
前半非常に点が入らなくて苦しんで、後半勝負どころでフルがスリーポイント決めてくれて、タクも2本連続決めて、皆さんの応援が力になりました。ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。今お話にもありました古川選手のスリーポイント、中山選手の得点で勝利がぐんと近づいた時間がありました。ヘッドコーチからはどんな声をかけましたか？
まだ何もかけてないです。ありがとうございました。いいシュートでした。
あのタイミングではビハインドの時間があります。インターバルの時間がありましたが、どういう声をかけたんでしょうか？
そうですね、強い気持ちでやらないとまず勝てないというところで、この3連敗する中で、成長できていた部分は見えていたので、ただ今日終盤にこうやって チームとしてステップアップできたっていうのが非常に良かったです。
ありがとうございます。そして今週末、休む間もなくアウェーで北海道戦が続きます。その試合に向けての意気込みとブースターの皆さんに一言メッセージをお願いします。
はい、残りレギュラーシーズンが、17試合、です。今日、試合前にみんなにも言ってたんですけど、一戦一戦戦ってみんなで喜びたいですし、ここからこの勝ちを持ってしっかり勢いを作って北海道連戦して、もうすぐ4月が来て、5月が来ます。その時に桜も咲くと思います。その時に楽しい時期になっているように、僕たち一生懸命頑張りますので、皆さん応援よろしくお願いします。ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございました。
前田ヘッドコーチよりコメントをいただきました。ありがとうございました。それでは続いて桃豚 MIP 賞あっぱれ MVP 賞の発表です。まずは今日の試合で印象的な活躍をした選手に贈られる桃豚 MIP 賞を発表いたします。桃豚 MIP 賞を受賞したのは本日スリーポイントが3分の2、そして得点は10、51番古川貴俊選手。桃豚 MIP 賞はフォークランドグループ様より桃豚尽くしセットが贈られます。それでは記念撮影です。さあ、それでは続いて本日の最優秀選手に贈られるあっぱれ MVP 賞を発表いたします。あっぱれ MVP 賞を受賞したのは本日スリーポイントシュート5分の3、そしてスティールは1、得点はチームトップの13得点、17番中山拓也選手。
Went out of the ballpark today, didn't he? He really was tough.
MVP 賞はアジマックスグループ様よりアジマックスグループ食事券3万円分が贈られます。それでは記念のショットです。今一度大きな拍手をお送りください。それではまずは桃豚 MIP 賞を受賞した古川選手にお話を伺ってください。くるみんお願いします。
はい、まずは本日の勝利と MIP 賞受賞おめでとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
追い上げたスリーポイントもそうですが、終盤になるにつれてワンプレーワンプレーが本当に重要なものだったと思います。その間、古川選手どんな気持ちで試合に挑んでいましたか？
ビクビクしてました。はい。
その中で活躍を見せれたのはやはりブースターさんの応援の力もありますか？
そうですね。本当にすごくしんどい試合だったんですけども、こうやってホームで戦えて、
So
皆さんと一緒に
Furukawa, who had that terrific game,
できたからこそ勝てた試合だと思いますし、もちろんまだ
3 of 5 from three-point range.
引き続きよろしくお願いします。
ありがとうございます。次はアウェーでの
Excuse me, 2 of 3 from three-point range. He had 10 points.
次の試合どんなプレーを目指して戦いますか？
今日の試合を勝てたというのはすごく大きい、自分たちにとって連敗が続いてたので、ここで勝ちを取れたというのは本当に、大きいですけども、ゴールではないので、しっかり、また次のアウェーで2つ勝って、帰ってこれるように、この試合を自信につなげて、またみんなで激しくやれたらなと思います。
ありがとうございます。では最後に今日は2022年初の平日ナイターの試合でしたが、 たくさんのブースターの皆さんが来てくださっています。
はい
ブースターの皆さんに一言メッセージをお願いします。
平日の遅い時間にもかかわらずこうやって多くの方に来ていただいて本当に皆さんからこう支えてもらってるなって改めて、実感してます、皆さんの力があるからこそ僕らも頑張って、
So Furukawa is saying our victory today is really big, and I hope that we can continue to get more victories.
残り、まだ試合があるので、諦めずに、一緒に皆さんと戦い続けれたらと思うのでぜひ引き続き、よろしくお願いします。今日はありがとうございました。
Saying they really need to get more wins in the future.
まずは MIP 賞を受賞した古川選手にお話を伺いました。今一度大きな拍手をお送りください。
He also said thanks to the fans for coming today. It was a really tough game, but the support encouraged us to be ourselves, and that was to continue to battle. So now Nakayama, we'll hear what he has to say.
ありがとうございます。
今日は得点力もそうですが、相手の隙を狙う激しい、そして粘り強いディフェンスが印象的でした。今日のご自身の試合すいません。
はい。
今日のご自身のプレーを振り返っていかがですか？
はい。今日宇都宮と試合するにあたって比江島さんをつくと言われてたので、そこにやらせないように頑張ったんですけど、ちょっとやられてしまってちょっと悔しいです。ただそのオフェンスの部分で打ち切ったスリーポイントが入ったことは良かったですし、チームとして勝ったことが本当に良かったです。
今お話の途中にもブースターの皆さんから拍手が湧き上がりました。次の試合に向けてブースターの皆さんもとても期待していると思います。
So Nakayama says to everybody, thank you. I was frustrated that I couldn't keep their key players in check. I guess talking about his defense, but we did well on the offensive end. I think he's a bit harsh on himself. I thought they did pretty well, even though Kai Taves had a great first half.
MVP を受賞した中山選手にお話を伺いました。今一度大きな拍手をお送りください。
You can see he's a popular player as he goes back over to his teammates. And he also said, thank you for your support today, and we hope to win the next game against Sapporo and to keep winning from now on. And just let me go back and tell you what the coach had to say. I had an audio difficulty. Coach Maeda said they had suffered a lot in the first half, but that the fans' support gave them strength. Excuse me, let me say one more thing, what Nakayama said. I want to come back to Akita with a winning streak. So that was his last comment. But going back to the coach, what Coach Maeda said, we suffered in the first half still. The fan support gave us strength. We had a great offense in the second half. I was really happy that the players were able to grow during the game and that we were able to win. We still have 17 games left. We hope to build on this win and accumulate more victories. So just a great, great day. It was a tough day. It was a struggle for Akita, but they were able to hold it together and get the win. And the players stuck to their guns, did what they needed to do. They continued to fight. It's a very difficult opponent to overcome, this BREX team. But maybe they got them on the right day. And look at that. All those... that's a team. It's the dancing sketches as well. They're all happy to be up there. So they say thank you to the fans for coming out today. Nakayama and Furukawa speaking for the team today after the great performances. And there's Taguchi's, I don't know if that's family of Taguchi or friends or just fans, but they also are all smiles. There's Taguchi. And Furukawa, of course, who spoke so eloquently after the game. Well, we're going to look back at the highlights of today. And you might recall that as these teams warmed up, UTSUNOMIYA BREX started better. Endo hitting that three-pointer. And in fact, Endo, that was 3 of the 5 points that he scored on the day, so he wasn't that much of a factor offensively. Glenn did hit an early three-pointer. Fotu with the hustle, knocking it back outside to Hiyajima, who had a really good game today. Hiyajima finishing with 15 points, 3 rebounds and assists. Then you had Glenn trying to make that pass in transition. It was knocked away. And then Scott got in for the two-handed rim rocker. But Scott just looked like he wasn't 100% today. Then you had Davis driving in. And Davis was particularly good in the first half. He had 10 points. That was him on the alley-oop, and then he catches that pass, the ball thrown over Takeuchi. That's just a great alley-oop from Nakayama. The alley-oop pass from Nakayama. Kai Taves was playing like a man possessed in the first half, just making play after play, and it looked like he was going to be the hero of the game for a while. This was his 3 late in the shot clock. Watanabe giving him a lift. And it was an 11-point lead at halftime. It didn't look like it was going very well for AKITA. But they did find some answers. A little runner. That runner was made by Hasegawa. Did that a few times today. Hiyajima kept the scoreboard ticking over for BREX. And then it was Nakayama hitting a big 3. Glenn hitting a big 3. And the three-point shot just became more and more important for the Northern Happinets as the game wore on. Glenn again, step to the side, step back. And I believe that was Taguchi. Yep, Taguchi hitting that three-pointer. Fielder had a great game, 17 points today. Did a little bit of everything. Taguchi, that was a tough finish with the left hand. And Fotu stayed with it. Great pump fake. Did not make the free throw after the foul, however. And Davis, that was a very good finish, very important finish, because he also was fouled and made the free throw. Watanabe hitting a big shot to keep BREX in it. But Furukawa, this was a huge 3. One of his 2 3-pointers on the day. It was 2 of 3. And Nakayama again knocking it down. That's a shot that he simply has to make. And then he showed his passing ability, getting it over to Furukawa for another 3-pointer from the Japan national team man. Hiyajima, that was a spectacular finish. Look at this. Incredible. Really beautiful from Hiyajima. And Nakayama once again drilling the 3. So he had 3 3-pointers on the day. He had 13 points. And AKITA Northern HAPPINETS celebrated as they snapped a 3-game losing streak. I guess you could probably say led by that man right there. So the stats, 60.5% inside the arc for BREX, just 48.6% for AKITA, but the key was their ability to knock down threes. They were 10 of 22, 6 more 3-pointers than BREX made today. And both teams in the end finished with 31 rebounds. So some of the other stats, I'll let you just digest those. You know, the turnovers were really crucial early. 19 turnovers for the home side, and 17, as those stats showed, committed by BREX. Feeler led the way. All scores 17 points. Hiyajima had 15, 13 for Kai Taves. Davis, Nakayama each with 13 points, and Jordan Glenn had 11. So again, the leading scorers, the leading rebounders, and leading assist men. And the B-League schedule is coming up. So you see HAPPINETS are going to be in action soon enough, and also some other things to keep an eye on. The B-League Under 15 Championship, for example. So one final time, it was 75-69. AKITA Northern HAPPINETS winning it over UTSUNOMIYA BREX here in the Japanese B-League, and all East District battle. BREX led by as many as 16 points, but they weren't able to press home that advantage. Instead, AKITA stuck to their guns, and they battled back to get a famous win here in the CNA Arena. Thanks for watching, everybody.